There are around 50 to 60 factions in Kenshi, and while most of them either want to kill you or eat you, some of them will actually be nice to you. Now, depending on whether you get the good relations with them or not, they might just not kill you when they see you in public, which is polite, to be honest, but some factions can actually give you benefits for allying with them. And today, let's have a look at the United Cities. The United Cities are a faction in the top right of the map and right at the bottom of the map. They armour themselves like samurais, they have a noble caste system where the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. They have an economy based mainly around slavery and trading with other places, and they are run by a man called Tengu. Now, why do you think it's good to ally with these guys? Well, there are many benefits, but the way to ally with them is not by speaking to the leader, but by speaking to his bitch, pretty much, Coin. Coin here is the sort of apprentice to him, and there are three ways to join the United Cities. The first one is the money option. The money option is simple. You give donations to help the nobles, sponsor a farm, or donate to the samurai guards. Giving this is definitely the fastest way and the easiest way in my opinion, but there are still two others. The second one is the influence option. Influence, it sounds like you have to kind of like build your credibility up with them, but all you need to do is have a level 2 outpost where enough to get your watchtower icon on the map, and then pay them 10,000. It's quite easy if you're base building, but right now I'm just trying to do a quick little run through. The final one is the force option. This is pretty much kill Tin Fist or bring him to the samurais, and then they'll say, you know what, you've killed the hardest person in the game. Come be our friend. But out of all of these though, the easiest one and the one I recommend is the money option. A simple 100,000 cap payment, and then you will be a friend of the United Cities. So if I go to I want to make a payment, straight away donate 100,000 cats. Then not only do we get hit by the rebel farmers and the anti-slavers, we get relations not only with the United Cities, but also with the slave traders. Now, even though the United Cities and the Traders Guild are allied, we have to do a separate video on the Traders Guild as they're a bit different. But for now, the United Cities are our friends, as well as the slave traders. So what are some of the perks and benefits, I hear you ask? Well, one of them is that we get to help them out in war. These are, I know it's not really a perk, but still it's quite fun. You can talk to them about destroying the different nations. They can say like, oh, I want to destroy the Holy Nation. Now you can speak to Coin about this. Coin will then start giving you info about how to destroy them and if it's a good idea or not. And after that we can say, oh, so you're saying you're scared of a Shek? Or you can say, how do I take Okran's shield? It's nice because it kind of puts you into, oh no, we're not just here, you can actually help us and change the world. But now that you're allied to them, you can actually speak to Tengu, and he'll call you a servant. Funnily enough, if you have killed Tin Fist, Bugmaster, or the whole Lord Phoenix, if you tell him that, I'm not a servant, and then he says to you, you are, you can mention one of those and it'll actually intimidate him. But after allying with the United Cities, you can then go on to speak to Tengu about the what you could speak to with Coin, about declaring wars on the other, and he has some funny little ideas. You find out that he's actually shit scared of some of the factions, because himself, Tengu, he is a bit of a man-child and he's not the strongest. So after all that, so far, it's just talking to these guys, we get a bit more credibility. But what are the actual perks of allying with the United Cities? The first perk is that if you build a base around the United Cities, you will no longer be taxed. If you did not know, when you build a base near the United Cities in the top right of the map or at the bottom of the map, you will get a weekly tax collector who will ask you for around 3,000 to 4,000 coins. Sometimes it may be doubled in case there's a war effort going on, but you will have to pay that or you will be attacked. Another thing, if you ally with the United Cities and then you get the Slave Traders Alliance as well, you will no longer be attacked or have your base raided by manhunters, slave traders or slave hunters. So you're not going to get enslaved pretty much now if they find you unconscious on the street. One more thing though is, during specific raids, mainly with the Holy Nation and the anti-slavers, if they send a base to, if they send a raid towards your base, they will actually send reinforcements to come help you. So if you have angered the Holy Nation by any chance and they say, oh, you know what, we're going to come raid your base, the United Cities will send a detachment of samurais to come to your base, wait until they're there, kick the shit out of them, and then leave. Really good idea. But if I had to say, I think it's very good allying with the United Cities if you align with their moral judgment. If you want to play as people who don't really like slavery, then I wouldn't really recommend it. But if you have no qualms about keeping someone in chains for the rest of their life, then the United Cities are for you. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment what you want to see next, or if you have any questions about Kenshi itself. Thank you, remember to have a good one.